Hello! Sephiroth here on Split Tech by myself, sadly, because, reasons. But here's the thing. I got this fabulous machine you see here off of Craigslist. It's a new computer, works just fine. But there's one small problem. It's tiny. I can't, this is unimportant for right now, but I can't express to you just how small this thing is. Strixus' PC would be about this wide from this side of it to here. I can't stress how tiny this darn thing is. And with that comes a couple more issues. Expandability is made difficult. So, what am I doing today? Well, you see, there's a small issue with this thing. The graphics probably are not going to be very on par to today's standards, but that's alright. I'd fix that very easily myself. But you see, in order to do that, you have to get to this PCIe slot all the way up here at the very top, which this is where Mr. Big Guy comes in, and Mr. Big Guy literally can't fit in there. Strixus suggested dremeling the crap out of this case, and I'm kind of on board with that. I don't think it'd be too hard at all. So we might do that. But here's the thing. I also want to get the hard drive out, which is back here, just to see it. And in order to do that, I'd have to take this drive bay off. And in order to do that, I need to take this hard drive out. And in order to do that, I need to take this fan off, which this fan's not bad. No, here's where it's bad. This hard drive is attached with screws that are in through this. And that, in and of itself, isn't a bad flaw, I guess, except when you need to take a hard drive out, optical drive out, perhaps. So this screwdriver obviously isn't gonna it's not gonna do the job. So I was wondering if such a thing as an Allen wrench with a Phillips head existed. I don't know. Lo and behold, here it is. But then I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, oh boy, will this work? Because I don't think there's enough room up here unless I, cut the crap out of it. And I don't have tools to cut the crap out of this case with. So before I start taking this drive out, which this screwdriver is ideal for, I guess, I need to take off this CPU cooler. So, we unplug Mr. Fan. If I can get my fat fingers down in here. I wonder if the RAM needs to be taken out too. It looks sort of in the way. Aha. So Mr. Fan is now disconnected with its 4-pin connector. So another thing that probably wants taken out of here is this Wi-Fi card. So I'll just go ahead and do that, because I don't need this Wi-Fi card. Mainly because I don't have a the antennas to go with it. So if anyone wants a Wi-Fi card, they can have it. Just pull. Looky there. Model PCIe wireless MFG. Country of origin, China. Okay. Now I have a Wi-Fi card. And a long PCIe slot that I need to Dremel out to access. But that's alright. So, this computer, as I wanted to explain a little while ago, is a, let's see if I get the name right, Gateway, totally not gonna look at the thing here that the name is on. It's a Gateway SX2850-01. And you're wondering what that is. It's a computer. That's about the gist. The internals include a 1 terabyte hard drive, which is absolutely great. We have Mr. Coolerov. I might apply some extra thermal paste to him, but I don't think he needs it. Haha. And the master processor, the Intel i3 540, not 5300. That would be great, but I don't have that because I have no money. And I don't even think it exists in the first place. Next, we need to unhook our connector and SATA for the hard drive. This is not a hard drive, guys. This is an optical drive. Now I need to put Mr. Allen wrench Phillips driver to use. My hope is that I never have to use this disc thing again, so I really want to just keep it out. And it's a DVD burner, so I just might sell it, because I'm a bum. I don't know what else to do. Gosh, if I just had a better screwdriver. I'm going to see if my ratchet screwdriver can fit in here. Theoretically, yes. Not really, though. But I'm still hopeful, because I need some better action. Maybe I can just use a bit down in here. Haha. Theoretically, of course, yes, I can just let this pain the train pass. Theoretically, I can absolutely 100% just use the bit. These aren't tightened ridiculously hard. But now I've dropped the screw and the bit. Great. with a slightly more powerful magnet. Gotta keep that in mind. Now, here comes the insanely difficult part. I had, you can't see it here. Oh yeah, you can. I had 3 inches of room to work with up here. Now I have maybe 1.5 inches down here, including the space over this little ridge. So this is gonna be a bit of an experience. Hopefully it doesn't cause me to murder people. I am fairly frustrated. Oh. Holy fudge. I think I might be able to get this thing out of here without necessitating failure. Including the hard drive? What? How is that even a thing? What am I looking at here? Okay. This front thing comes off. Ah, jeez. Man. If only I looked. I feel real stupid now. Alright, so you can pop this front panel off. And under that front panel, we got screw up here and screw down here. So, and I think they're this size. They are indeed. Now I need this one. Ratcheting screwdrivers are great until the screw gets really loose. Then they don't work out so well. I need these all separate. Right, so we can put the case back down now. continue taking out Mr. Screw and get on with our fancy lives. I think that's the way the news goes. Oh, fudge. Still connected. Where do these SATA cables even come out? Ah. This is the drive SATA. I'm gonna keep that. Can get rid of this one. This was for the optical drive, which is no longer needed. So here's our bay. It's a bit weird, albeit, but that's alright. Alright, now I can get at this infamous screw with my big screwdriver. Man, oh man. That took way longer than it should have. And now, the optical drive, set it right for once, on the first try too, is out. And I believe I would like to have this hard drive out. And here is my first ever 1000 gigabyte hard drive. It's not technically even rated for a terabyte, but that is just fine. When I bought this thing off of the Craigslist guy, I should have been like, yo, do you know how to take it apart? Oh, found it. Now that is done. I am significantly happier now that this is completed. So, pop this SATA data cable right there. Maybe sell it online. Maybe. Now I gotta figure out, gotta find the computer, jeez. Figure out how I'm going to attach this now. Let's see, this thing sits up like this. I think this can just sit right here and it'll be just fine. Now these two screws, they belong with this as well, so I can go ahead and put these guys back in. I think it's time to put the cooler back on and be like, heck yeah, boy, all that needs done with this thing is it needs dremeled. And by dremeled, I mean it needs dremeled a lot to fit my card in here. Even with this thing in here. Jeez. This whole port here is going to take the place of this. And I think the card is also going to take the place of most of the top of the case. Oh man, it's gonna be great. But first I need a Dremel. I also need to pop this top off maybe. Wondering if I could also switch out the motherboard. But I really don't want to go around shopping for a motherboard. Alright. Time to plop this guy back in place. You know, it's also an idea to take literally any of my other hard drives and put them in this thing. Transfer some files over so they're there, and then maybe hook this up to the internet, although I'm scared to hook this up to the internet because I bought this for $120 off of a guy on Craigslist, which you already know I got it from Craigslist. But what's weird is he originally had it listed for like $160, correct, yes. And the thing is worth $550 brand new, and this thing is essentially brand new. Like, it can't get any more brand new than it is unless it came straight from the factory, is what I'm saying. Ah, fudge. Having difficulties putting this fan cable back on. Because I didn't have enough slack, of course. Alright, now the fan cable is back on. Wondering if I should also switch out the RAM, because I have far better RAM available to me. This is 4 gigs of GDDR3, of course, and I have some DDR3 ripe for the picking right here. Corsair Vengeance LP, which I planned to go in that PC I mentioned earlier that's bigger than this one but still tiny. But that is DDR2 RAM. Alright. Now let's hope that this RAM isn't too large for this motherboard. Or the CPU. I haven't checked out the RAM specs for this CPU. And I don't know what kind of a motherboard this is. And I don't see manufacturer stuff anywhere on it. So that's kind of weird, but, you know. Well, that about ends the video right then and there. I can put the rest of this junk back on, but it has nowhere to sit, really. Yes, it does. I'm stupid. I also need to have this turned up right, so I can put it on here properly. Someday, I swear, I will deliver better videos. Really? You're giving me troubles. After I went through the ordeal. There you go. The ordeal of taking out your freaking hard drive bay just so you could live and breathe easier. But since you're not giving me troubles anymore, I guess my insults are pretty well. That's besides the point here. And it's time. Wait a minute. Oh, I know where that screw goes. I had an extra. It looks like an extra case screw, but it's what went on the Wi-Fi card. I think that's in there. Yes. No. Maybe so. We'll call it good. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final show of putting back in some screws. Doesn't come out, I'm happy. One last screw. And now, a word from our sponsors. Oh, but wait, we don't have sponsors. Never mind. You, sir. That's what ratchets are good for. And now that the final screw has been put in place, that ends the video. We have the Gateway SX2850 minus an optical drive and a hard drive bay. And some upgraded DIMMs. That's alright. That's a good deal. So, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smack that like button. Smack that subscribe button if you do so care to. And please don't forget about those commentrisms. I hope no one gets that reference. Haha. Jokes. Strixus was not able to make it in this video, mainly because he's in town and I'm not in town, and that's about it. And he's not spending the night, so he will be spending the night Wednesday, so we might do some more split tech stuff then. I also need to remember the upload schedule, but that's besides the point. Bye-bye!